Hello? Hello? Hey everyone. Hi. Yeah, like everyone's shouting, my name is Joshua Chung, and I was on ASA exec board last year. Yeah. At the end of my term, actually, they gave me this apron and signed it and everything. So yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I definitely recommend it. So if you aren't involved with ASA already, get involved because it's so worth it. Yeah. All right, so the title of my project is Remake. And that's not only because I want to make some food today, but also I want to remake certain expectations of what Korean food is and how my relationship as a Korean American should be with Korean food. So I'm going to be making some Chinese style wheat noodles, and I know that doesn't sound very Korean at all, but actually in the 19th century, Chinese people immigrated from China into Korea, and when they got there, they opened up restaurants. And these restaurants introduced Chinese-style wheat noodles to Korea, as well as created this new kind of cuisine, which we now call Chinese-Korean cuisine. So some of my favorite dishes are Chinese-Korean dishes, like jjajangmyeon or jjangpyeon. And so learning how to make noodles was really important for me, because it meant that I could take my favorite foods and bring them home into my kitchen. So let's get started. In our large mixing bowl, I'm going to add about 2 cups or 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And then I'm going to slowly add water, about half in weight or 1/4 in volume. And then we're going to mix it up with chopsticks, because we're Asian. And basically we're trying to just get it into like a doughy consistency so that it's holding together. A little bit of baking soda, and a little bit more salt. Yeah, this is starting to look good. Alright, so this is starting to stick together, so I'm going to move it onto my flour cutting board, and then we're going to knead it. So you're going to want to knead this for 30 minutes or so. I'm not actually going to be doing that, but I will tell a story while I show you all how it's done. So, when I was growing up, I didn't eat that much Korean food. The main reason for that was that there were hardly any Chinese Korean grocery stores in the Triangle, and definitely none in Cary, where I grew up in 2002. So we didn't have like H-Mart, we didn't have Seoul Garden, we didn't have Bonchon or anything like that. So the majority of like the base of what I built my Korean food experience was based around the very few Chinese Korean restaurants that were open up in the Triangle at the time. And there was this place, and they had the best jjajangmyeon ever. It was called Eastern Lights. It was in Durham, and it was closed. Some of y'all might remember it if you were there back then, but yeah. Their jjajangmyeon was amazing, and all of their food was honestly amazing. It's still better than like the jjajangmyeon that I make today, and I've been trying to make jjajangmyeon for the past year or so. But yeah, this dough is starting to look good. Obviously not where 30 minutes of kneading will get you, but I have some dough that I have kneaded for 30 minutes. So, here we go. All right. So this is kind of what we want it to look like. The other one was really chunky, but this one is a little bit like stretchy and it holds together better on its own. Yeah. All right. So from here, we're going to roll it out into about a 1/4 inch disc, and then we are going to cut it. But yeah, I think what made the jjajangmyeon at Eastern Lights so good were the noodles. And the owner didn't hand cut the noodles like I'm doing right now, but instead he would hand pull them. I don't know if y'all are familiar with like those videos of Chinese people in China pulling noodles at their restaurants, but that's basically what they would do. And it gave the noodles this crazy, amazing texture that these hand-cut noodles don't really have. So yeah, this is looking about good. And after this, all we have to do is fold it over, add a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick, grab our knife, and then just cut it into noodles. And that's how easy it is. I was really intimidated when I first started making noodles because I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be so hard. But It really is as easy as that. And now we have noodles. So. Alright, I kind of have a special treat for y'all. Did someone see your sandstorm? Alright, so for the past year, I told Jade that I wanted to do a cooking demo, right? And I knew that I wanted to do jajangmyeon. And to me, making the best jajangmyeon is making that Eastern Lights jajangmyeon. So, in order to do that, I need to be able to pull noodles. Alright. Alright. Well, you know, it's a work in progress. I've been working on this for a year. Catch me next year at JIA, baby.